Well, all right, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in to Lady Diva Live Radio. Let's jazz it up with Audley Reid. Here's my guest today on my show. Phone lines are open right now. Call in. This is Lady Diva, your host with the most, on air right now. Thank you, Audley, for joining me on my show with your new music project.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
All right. All right. Audley, you have a wide range of music genres, which not just include jazz, smooth jazz, blues, and R&B. So, yes, I just got done spinning a track on the Upside. When was that track released, and what album was that on?
Oh, man. On the Upside was released on the album that's just simply named A Plays E. And to give you a little bit of background on that, the A Plays E stands for Audley Plays Eric. There's a fantastic keyboard player. His name is Eric Montgomery.
Okay.
We've been friends, we've been friends for many, many years. And but I could just never get him to come out and play live with me on the set. So we recorded an album, and we just simply called it A Plays E.
Okay.
And some of the tracks went over very, very well. And, hopefully one of my wishes that will come true this year is that we'll be able to get Eric out on the stage with me, to do this track. So he's more of a behind-the-scenes guy. He's my engineer, my editor guy, my mastering guy. He's just a tremendous talent.
All right. Well, thank you for that information. Wow. So I see that you are proficient on all saxophones, but you prefer the alto sax. Why is that?
Well, that's an interesting word, proficient on all saxophones. It just depends on what day of the week you catch me. I may play one better than the other. But, all the saxophones have their own unique personalities, just like us as human beings and the people who play them. I started out when I was in high school. A funny story there. I never wanted to be a band geek per se. So in high school, when you take that elective, either the choir or the band, I called myself going over to the choir and joining them. But, you have to sing. So I don't think I made it past 2 beats into the first note before she told me to go next door. so that kind of ended my vocal career right there.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. So that was kind of bone crushing, and so I went across the hall to the band room, opened up the door, and I don't even think I got a chance to take 2 steps in, and the band director, Mr. Alvin Lawson, said, "Hey, have a seat," and he sat me in the clarinet section, and I'm like saying to myself, "Oh darn it, I'm a band geek now," and so I learned how to play clarinet. And in my junior year, I went over to saxophone. And, it's pretty, I wouldn't say that I was proficient at the time, just say that I was an eager young high school student learning how to play. And I made the All-City Orchestra on clarinet. But I continued to play saxophone and, for the last, I don't know, maybe 40-plus years. That's how I've been making my living, is playing music.
I see that you play reggae Latin.
Yeah, I play. I'm from Jamaica. I'm from the West Indies.
Okay.
So I used to play with a few reggae bands here in the city, around the Chicagoland area, and a couple across the country from time to time. They'll call me. And I had the great opportunity to play with a young man. His name is A.J. Brown. And we used to do shows out in Vegas. So I used to go out there, for a couple of weeks a year and perform with him. he's went on to play with not went on to play. He is currently the lead vocalist for a little small reggae band called Third World.
Okay.
They're just one of the icons of the reggae world. So
right.
He is their lead singer. So I had an opportunity to play with him for many years out in Vegas. And, so when I did that, I played with Haitian bands, Latin bands, just the full spectrum of music to keep, just to keep involved.
Right. Well, I see a list of genres of music that you do. And I'd like to ask you, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Westmont, Illinois, just a suburb of Chicago.
Right. Well, thank you for that information. We have a caller that's been sitting online for a few minutes. Area code 562. Go ahead and speak. State your name, please.
Hello, this is Castella. Just calling to say hello to both of you.
Hey,
Castella. What's going on?
Hey, I was listening in, and I was like, Audley can't sing. You poor thing.
Okay.
I had never heard that story before. That was pretty funny. That was funny.
Oh my God!
I just called in to say hello and just listen to the interview and that's all. Just saying hello and supporting my friend.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And speaking of that, Castella's going to be doing something with me in the very near future on the song that we got coming out. So, and she can sing.
Yeah, definitely. He might be doing something with me too. He doesn't know it. He said something about a clarinet, and I have some ideas about this song I'm doing, and I want to hear a clarinet. So it might be yeah. They have a unique sound. It's just a different kind of a different sound that you don't really hear clarinets that often anymore.
No.
So I want to.
No, you don't.
Yeah, so I think I want to bring in a different sound into this song I've written. And Audley, you might be my man.
Oh my gosh! Man. Well, I'm taking notes, so I can be looking forward to this.
Yeah, well, it looks like I'll have to get back in the woodshed.
Yeah, go find it. Go dig up that instrument. Okay. I know you have one.
Thank you for calling in, Castella.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, you guys have a good one. I'll be still listening.
All
right. Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right. As we move along, before we mention the new single, Pasadena Groove, introduce yourself, Mr. Reid. Did you grow up in a musically talented family?
Well, I would say no. My dad was a huge music lover, and so was my mom. But my dad was really, he was a Sonny Stitt, John Coltrane, Gene Ammons type of guy. And so growing up as a kid, that's what I heard in the house, along with reggae music and Brooke Benton. And my mom loved Sam Cooke. So I grew up with just a variety of music going on. And then as I progressed a little bit older, we started getting into the more funk things, the more R&B type of deals. And then I had a little stretch where I was into the rock and roll and the rock music piece of the music. So it's been cool. It's been very, very, very good. So it's been, my family has always been very supportive of me playing. And so even when I was learning and honking in the basement and causing the dogs to run upstairs, they put up with me. So I'm happy with that.
All right. Thank you for that information. Thank you. So how many years you've been involved in the entertainment business, per se?
Officially since I was 16.
Okay.
So we're gonna say that's been more than 40 years.
Okay.
In the business in some capacity.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that information. So as we move along, let's get into this new single of yours, Pasadena Groove. What inspired you to do this groove here? What's the story behind it?
Well, my good friend Sam Hankins, just
Yeah.
out of this world trumpet player. I said, Sam, I need a single. And so he said, well, let me see what I got for you in his bag of about 1,000 songs that he has. And he says, well, I got this one, let me know what you think of it. So he sent it to me. I'm like, yeah, okay. And, we worked out the horn lines and things like that and moved a few things around on it. And so he says, well, that means you got to come out to California and shoot a video for it because, you can't be living in Chicago talking about Pasadena and not have Pasadena in the video. So we, just last month, we got together and he and his wife, Carol Ann, met me and Vivian, my girl, out in Vegas.